have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going through my little healthy grocery haul that I just went and picked up this morning. So it is a Monday and that's when I like to go and do my whole grocery shop for the entire week. It's just a one and done kind of situation for me. I'm definitely not a fan of like going to and from the supermarket during the week. I know some people really enjoy putting their meals together on the fly, but for me, I'm like crazy organized and it really suits me to just know what's coming for the week ahead so that section of my life is really organized. And I think that's what really helps me stay on top of healthy and consistent eating, because I'm not kind of doing anything last minute. I've sat down on a Sunday evening, thought about all my meals, planned out all the ingredients, and then I've gone and bought them. So let's go through everything that I picked up and the different meals I'm going to be putting together this week. First thing is my milk. So I'm lactose intolerant, have been since I was like a kid. I think I found out when I was like 7. So it's very easy for me to go for plant-based milk options. And my absolute favorite is this one, which is the unsweetened almond milk from Nutty Bruce. I know there's definitely a lot of other ones out there that I've tried, but I just don't like them. They kind of have other ingredients in them, or they just have a weird syrupy kind of taste. So this is definitely my recommendation, and it is the healthiest because, like I said, it's unsweetened, so it doesn't even have any like rice malt syrup in it or anything like that. I use my milk for smoothies, on oats, and all kinds of stuff in terms of like my breakfasts and coffees and everything like that. The other one that I grabbed, and I would normally get Oatly, but I thought I might give this a go because I'm not sure, kind of similar to the almond milk, I feel like I'm going off Oatly a little bit, and I feel bad for saying that because I'm obsessed with that brand normally, but it's just kind of feeling a little bit too sweet for me now. So I'm trying to find another oat milk that is a little bit more of just a plain flavor, I guess, because when I'm adding it to a smoothie, I don't really want to have a sickly sweet kind of drink. The next thing I picked up is some frozen bananas. I just get this brand in the organic frozen bananas, and these are going to go in my smoothies. And another kind of frozen fruit that I really like, because it's kind of coming into summer and getting a bit warmer, I think that in terms of when you would normally go for an ice cream or something, if you're looking to make a bit of a leaner, kind of healthier decision, then I usually just grab a little bowl full of these, and that is just some frozen organic mango pieces, and it's already diced up for you, and it's kind of great because you don't have to kind of buy a bunch of mangoes. It's just pre-portioned out, and being that it's like a frozen texture, it kind of does it for me. On that note, I am trying to clean up my evening eating habits, I guess, a little bit more. So any kind of snacking that happens after dinner can sometimes be a little bit of a disaster that really just undoes all your hard work throughout the day or at the gym. So I am going back to getting into teas. So these are the two that I've bought. I've got this one, which is a peppermint and licorice. So that's a really sweet one. And then just straight up peppermint tea. And this for me with a piece of dark chocolate is kind of like my new go-to dessert. And I don't feel like I'm wanting for anything, to be honest, because even if I had a little bit of mango and this and chocolate, like that's quite an indulgent dessert, but it's all really healthy stuff because yet again, tea, dark chocolate, and a little bit of fruit. So that's kind of where I'm headed at the moment, and I have been doing that probably the last 3 weeks now, and I definitely do think it is making a difference for me instead of reaching for something like milk chocolate or some kind of, I don't know, bread or cracker or something like that just to fill me up if I'm still a little bit hungry up. So for the chocolate, I got this one this week. I'm kind of just working my way through the Lindt dark range. So they do obviously just have plain dark chocolate as well if you're not a flavor kind of person, but I had the sea salt one on the weekend. This one is sea salt caramel because I know Jazz loves caramel kind of things, so thought I'd get that for him. He wanted me to pick the orange one, and I hate anything that's got citrus in it, so this is a compromise for us, and they're actually really nice. So I would literally just have 2 squares from this, and this would last me a week if this is kind of like my block of chocolate, if you will. In one of my previous healthy grocery hauls, you might have seen these, but I'm going to show you again in case you haven't, but I keep grabbing a couple of these every week as well. So they're kind of like mini kombucha shots, and it just saves you from, I guess, drinking an entire bottle of it if you're not really into that. And these taste delicious. So I just wanted to be sure that I was getting on top of things like my gut health and everything as well. And I am taking a lot of supplements for my low iron again. So because I have to do that, sometimes I just feel a little bit average or my tummy can just feel not quite right. So I definitely have been keeping these in there. They're not the cheapest thing. I think they're probably the same price as a literal full bottle of kombucha, but I think these are stronger because they're with probiotics and stuff as well. For some fruit, I got these giant blueberries. I'm sure you guys all have these at your local supermarket, but if not, these are the supreme blueberries. They are so good and they're absolutely massive. Now, normally I would kind of make all of my own soups because a soup is one of the easiest things you can cook in the kitchen, but sometimes when I am running a little bit time poor with work, I just want to be able to grab something, heat it up, have it for lunch and forget about it. So I did grab, oh my God. I wish you could see this. My foster kitten just jumped inside the Woolworths bag. Sorry. So I grabbed these two soups. So I've got this one, which is the Thai coconut, and then this one, which is a beef pho. And I love this brand. It's called Heart and Soul. I just got them at Woolworths and they're 100% natural, no preservatives, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and non-GMO. And they're quite low in calories as well. So I guess in a way I can kind of use these as a very light lunch, and that's just a really great way for me, like I said, to take something on the go, but that actually tastes really good, because I know not all packet soups do. Some of them are absolutely disgusting. I also got some eggs. I've just got these organic ones, and these I will just have poached with some avocado on toast, and maybe even just a couple of hard-boiled eggs in a salad or something as well. I never go past a hard-boiled egg for a snack when you're on the run, because obviously it's completely full of protein and healthy fats. So sometimes that is a really good one if you just have a couple of boiled eggs in the fridge and you can just grab it and go. Next thing I grabbed was some greens. So I just got 2 of these little mini asparagus bunches, and I'm gonna have these with salmon for dinner. So usually I would have just had like a couple, like maybe half of this bunch and a piece of salmon and then some rice, but instead I'm just having the full bunch and the salmon. So I'm kind of cutting out a lot of those kind of useless filler carbs or side dishes and things that I would normally like to have. And it's definitely not a permanent change, but it's just something I'm doing at the moment. So that I think really helps me kind of like trim up a little bit easier than kind of still continuing to eat those little bits and pieces, just because they are quite dense in complex carbs. And then this is some broccolini, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna put that in a satay chicken stir fry. So for protein this week, I got a couple of things. I've got chicken strips for the stir fry. I just got these free range ones. And then I got some steaks for when Jazz comes over, so we can have that with I got some roast vegetables to go with that. And then I've got my salmon portions to go with the asparagus. So that'll be really nice. And that's all of the like meat that I'll be having this week. Aside from, I also got a couple of tins of tuna. I'm really obsessed with this flavor. It's like tomato and onion. And I think these were like $1 each or something because they were on special. So I bought a couple of tins of these to go with my lunch in case I get a little bit hungry and I want something more. For the roast veg, I just got 2 packets of these pre-cut up ones from Woolworths. They're already in the oven trays as well, so just makes it super easy that you can literally just pop that in the oven and forget about it. So these bake for 25 minutes. I would probably say like 20 minutes is enough, because otherwise the vegetables kind of can go a little bit gross sometimes, I think, if you overcook them. And I would literally just lightly drizzle this with olive oil and they are good to go. Some other pantry staples I wanted to recommend to you guys are these. You might have seen them in my latest vlog. So they're crunchy salad toppers. It's basically just peanuts and pumpkin seeds, and they've got a couple of herbs and spices and things on them. So those are a great way to get you back eating salads again if you've kind of gone off them a little bit, because it kind of just adds that interest with a little bit of crunch and flavor. And I also topped up my cacao because I usually like to go to an organic store, but like I said, still in lockdown, still have a travel limit. I think it is getting lifted this Thursday though, which is just phenomenal. So thank God for that. And we'll all be kind of getting back to normal very soon, but those are the 2 things that I grabbed from that kind of health food aisle, if you will. And I also grabbed myself one of these because I saw it and I haven't had one of these in forever, these Sesame Bars. This is so nostalgic for me. They're definitely not healthy, but I feel like I used to have these all the time in school and I really wanted one, so I picked one up. Now, in terms of the salad that I'm going to make this week, I'm kind of going for a little bit of a Mediterranean vibe. I got quite inspired by the Mediterranean diet, and I was looking at a couple of pins on Pinterest, and I thought I might make I guess like a hybrid Greek salad. So I've got some of these organic salad mix. I got a cucumber, which you can just get these huge ones so that they last you, and you can cut it up into a bunch of salads. I've got a red onion, and I also got some tomato on the truss because I think these ones are really delicious. The last ingredient I got for the salad is of course some feta. So I just got this Woolies brand crumbly Greek feta. I really like this one. I think it crumbles up really well and it has a really nice flavor as well. So what else did I grab this for? Oh, I've got this red capsicum for my stir fry. So the stir fry will be chicken, broccolini, red capsicum. I also got some bamboo shoots. If you haven't added these into a stir fry, they are so delicious. You can just find them in the Asian food aisle for like $2. And then I also got a little bit of rice to go with that because that meal would be quite lean if I didn't sort of add a little bit of a side to it, but this will be 3 servings in this pack when it would normally be 2. So even then I'm cutting down on those things a little bit. I also got some coconut yogurt, and this is just for a little bit of a different breakfast to go with some granola that I've got. And I really love this brand, Coco Bella. It's much lighter than some other coconut yogurts I had, which can feel really thick and kind of, they almost make you feel a little bit sick because they're so strong. For breakfast and for cooking, I got some avocados. Of course, I'm always gonna have avocados in my grocery haul, and I also just picked up some brown onions. I have some organic honey because I'd run out, and I quite like this brand, and it's also a little bit more affordable than some of the other ones. I got some lemons, and I get these from the Odd Bunch because they're kind of lemons that look a little bit damaged or whatever, but they're actually completely fine. So they're cheaper, and you're doing something better by using a little bit of what they would call ugly produce. And then for brekkie, I got these large cup mushrooms. Normally I was buying the ones that are like pre-sliced up because they're so easy and you can just grab them and toss them. But I've come to realize these ones taste so much better. The flavor of these when they cook with like some onion and a little bit of parsley as part of your breakfast is just so delicious. So definitely recommend these if you are a mushroom lover. And one of the last things I got was this. I don't really have anything to go with this aside from some bread that I brought to put in the freezer, but it is a char grilled capsicum dip, and it was gluten-free and dairy-free from this brand Roses, and I just thought that looked really, really good. So I'm not sure what I bought this for, but I couldn't go past it because it just looks delicious. And the last thing that I picked up was some bread. So yet again, as a little bit of a lighter, healthier option, I've just got this Bergen dark rye bread, and this one is really flavorful as well. So if you're looking for a bit of a darker kind of bread and you want to steer away from some of the white breads or soy breads and things like that, then definitely recommend giving this a go. I think it's maybe about $5 or something. So as a grand total for this grocery haul, I think it cost me about $170, which is certainly one of my more expensive shopping weeks, but I think that was purely based off the fact that I had a couple of pantry staples that I really needed to replenish, and I also bought those steaks, which were really expensive as well. So it's not always like that. I think it's usually around maybe like 120 to 150. Okay, so that is all for my grocery haul today. And before I go, if you've been liking this activewear set that I'm in, because I am just in my comfies while I'm kind of doing this video for you guys, this is the new season from Butter, which is my absolute favorite activewear brand. And I really like this color. This is Cinnamon from their brand new Series 3 range. And I do have a discount code for them, which is emma10. So I'll leave them linked down below if you're interested in getting some new activewear to get you remotivated again. And I love them. I think they're really, really comfortable. The fabric, like the name Butter, is extremely soft, and I couldn't recommend them enough. I've got stuff from series 1, 2, and now 3, and I'm probably gonna do a little try on haul in one of my next videos for them as well. So thanks so much for watching and spending a little bit of time with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.